wanted to do my first bump update. So I just reached 12 weeks, which is super exciting, and I wanted to go through just a couple things with each update as we go along. First thing I want to talk about is finding out I was pregnant. So I don't want to talk like a ton about this, but I was actually looking into being a surrogate for somebody, and so I was off birth control and things like that. And so when Carl and I moved, the plan was for me to get as healthy as possible to maybe be a surrogate for somebody. And God took control of the opportunity of me being off birth control and decided that it was time for us to have another kid, which I am actually like so happy about because it's God's timing. And I don't want to get too religious for those of you who don't believe in God, but for me, that meant a lot. So we were traveling down here to the island of Grenada, and I kept wanting to eat hamburgers. And we got down here and I was just exhausted. I was like, this is ridiculous. I keep feeling like I need to take naps with Kyson. Like, why am I so tired? And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant. Like, I keep wanting to eat hamburgers. And at the beginning of pregnancy, your body creates extra blood for if you do go through a miscarriage. And so there's a lot of properties in beef that help with that process. So that's why a lot of people crave it at the beginning, and I for sure did with my first, so I was kind of assuming I was pregnant. It was funny because Carl and I kind of joked about it a bit, and I finally decided one day, I was like, okay, that's it, I'll just take a test. So I took a test, and I was like, it's a false positive, there's no way I'm pregnant, and I seriously just didn't believe it. So an hour later, of course, I go in and I take another one and it's positive. So I was like, okay, I think I better believe it. So this leads me to my best moment so far, which is telling Carl that I was pregnant. I will insert the clip, but it was so fun to pretend like I taught Kyson a new trick and I wanted to get it on video and to tell him. So I'll insert that. It was so magical for me to get that on video. So, Kyson, can you tell Daddy your new trick? Say, I am preparing to be a big brother. Then my second best moment, because I've got to mention it, is of course seeing the baby on the ultrasound. I have relatives and family members who have experienced miscarriages, and I didn't realize how much it kind of affected me. I was kind of having a hard time like really grasping that I was pregnant. So, and I'm sure a lot of people experience that anyway. But seeing the baby and seeing like the heart and knowing that it was like healthy and everything was going according to plan was just awesome. And it was so fun to have my sister there as a support system because Carl was still on the island and I was back in Utah for my appointment. And so it was fun to have her there and to have her video a few little moments there.
Hey you guys, so I'm going in for my first pregnancy appointment and my sister Missy is here. Hey! For support because I hate the doctor's office.
Can you see the screen, babe? So that's the head right there.
Oh my God. Just tiny little guy.
See those little buds, their hands at the top. And then right there in the middle is that heart rate. Can you see that beating heart rate right there? So that's a good baby heart rate. And that line that's kind of around, just around the baby, that's the interior set. So the amnion and the chorion, they come together after a while. You won't see that separate sac there. It'll fuse with the other sac.
Next thing I want to talk about is lovely weight gain. At my appointment, I came in at like 113.5, I think. And I'm somebody that doesn't weigh myself very often, but I'm usually at like 112. So I think I've only gained like 1.5 pounds, but I don't really know because I never weigh myself, but around that way. I have noticed like my belly getting bigger and not being able to button a lot of the pants that I have down here. It's really funny. Like, uh-oh, should have bought some maternity shorts before I came back to the island, but oh well. Cravings. So obviously burgers at the beginning of my pregnancy And it's kind of weird. I just feel like it's kind of random, like when I crave things, but one that's always been across the board is eggs. Like scrambled eggs, fried eggs. I just want eggs all the time. And so that one's kind of funny to me. And I'm happy that it's eggs because they're not that expensive down here on the island. Movement. So I swear that I felt the baby move at least like 3 times now, but it was probably just like gas or something because I'm so early. But I'm gonna say that it was the baby moving. Feeling sickness at all? I was quite at the beginning like a lot more nauseous and stuff than I was with Kyson, but around 8 weeks I just stopped feeling quite as nauseous. I still start to feel sick if it's been too long since I've eaten, or dehydration and things like that always come with pregnancy anyway. But I feel like it's been a lot better now. But at the beginning I was a lot more nauseous than I was with Kyson. But luckily I'm somebody that it takes a lot for me to actually throw up. I've had like the stomach flu before and haven't thrown up. So I'm somebody that sits by the toilet wanting to throw up, but I never actually do. Probably TMI, but if you're watching this video, you probably knew that some of that information was coming. And I think that is everything on my list so far. So that is my quick little update. And I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys as this pregnancy goes forward and share little moments and record and document that my belly is growing because it's such a magical thing to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see any photos or for future bump updates, if you'd like to just read it instead of watching a video, I will have the answers and everything update typed up on the blog, and the links will be below. Also, links to any swimming suits that I wear in the videos, I'll try and link them if they're still available because I freaking love them. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye! JK, rewind. I'll cut that out. Okay, cool beans.